Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. It's Friday morning, getting ready for the weekend. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. This week I've got some special guests telling jokes. Just say, tell me a comic relief joke.
Tell me a comic relief joke. Alexa, tell me a comic relief joke.
In support of comic relief, I've got some jokes from some of the UK's best loved celebs. Here's a joke from Sir Lenny Henry.
I was offered a job at the mattress factory once. I asked if I could sleep on it.
Can I interest you in another joke?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a joke from Adam Thomas.
How'd you get a group of Pikachus onto a bus? Pokemon.
I think Adam could give up the day job. Would you like another joke?
Yes, please.
Get in the last tune-in station you listen to, BBC World Service UK.
Alexa,
Thanks so
exit.
much. But also, I must say,
Alexa,
I do
exit.
blame the authority for not doing
Alexa,
elections, but
exit.
to prevent elections from taking place. And that's why
Mind
in
of your own.
2021, when we were about to have elections, Israel insisted.
I said exit. I didn't say turn to a radio station. Right. So wait till she restarts because she gets stuck. She'll turn over. She'll go and do something she shouldn't. It's like she's got a mind of her own. It's annoying sometimes. So I'm here in my flat this morning on my own with my lovely ferocious Chihuahua Max. I say that half-heartedly, but he won't let anybody get near me. He won't. It's very protective. It can be annoying at times. So yeah, I'm in my flat. I've just made myself a lovely cup of coffee. I got up this morning and I went to go to my bathroom and I could hear Harry! Someone shouting for Harry. And then I could hear in the distance, yuck, coming from somewhere. So you get Harry first thing in the morning, and then somewhere in the distance, yuck. Right? Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. But everybody shouts loud. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy St. Patrick's Day, or in Irish, Maidin Wa, Lala Podrick Hanadit. Phew. I hope I got that right. Why not ask me what else I can say in Irish?
Alexa, what else can you say in Irish?
I can't speak a lot of Irish. However, I do know one Irish saying, or shan uckle. Neil ein tin tan ma de hin tan fane. It means, there's no fireplace like your own fireplace. Or as Dorothy would say, there's no place like home. If you'd like to ask for a specific word in Irish, just say something like, how do I say good night in Irish?
Right guys, so Friday the 17th of March 2023 is St. Patrick's Day. I didn't know that. I've just gone over to my calendar. Alexa's reminded me and it is St. Patrick's Day. Alexa, celebrity birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include American actor Kurt Russell, Canadian musician, singer, record producer and visual artist Grimes, American...
Right, so Alexa's got stuck for some reason. Again, switch you on and off. Unplug Alexa. Plug her back in. Flash Speed Mop starter kit, which I'm very, very pleased with, last night, and my lovely dungarees, which fit perfectly, and wearing very, very thin material keeps me cool. I took Max out for a walk last night in the dark in the evening, and there was a white car outside my bedroom window. There was a couple in it, a guy with a cap on, usually, talking to his blonde girlfriend outside my window. But I went out. And I went for a walk with my dog. I'm a single white female, and I'm entitled to go out for a walk, aren't I? And look for some male company. I mean, on a dating site, aren't I? I mean, I'm not a child, I'm an adult. I'm 54, and if I want to meet someone, I should have the opportunity to meet someone. So I went for a walk. I had a bit of a headache because I'd taken a 20-minute phone call, and phones hurt my face, but if I want to speak to someone, I brave the pain. I've got nerve damage to my face, you see, and phone calls hurt it. So I took a 20-minute phone call earlier on in the day, and it had given me face pain. Wasn't cross, wasn't angry, just walked my dog around the riverside and briefly onto the field. Usual giggling females. You can hear women giggling in the background, girls, young ladies. Took Max onto the field, and since I've been doing my videos again, it's got a lot busier and a lot noisier later at night as well on the field, when normally there isn't one person on there. I'd missed a call from, whilst I was taking a call yesterday morning, I'd missed a call from my therapy place, and now they're saying they're going to close the case and refer it back to my doctor, because I missed a call yesterday whilst I was taking another call from somebody else. My therapy for depression, and they know it was quite severe, have now said that if I don't contact them within so-and-so, they're going to shut the case down and refer it to my general practitioner. So my call was intercepted yesterday, which means my therapist was trying to get through to me, and the call was intercepted by another call, and I missed it. Needless to say, I'm going to be left alone on Mother's Day, but I should do my best to make it a good day for myself, and not get cross and annoyed, because I suffer from depression. People making noise and upsetting me doesn't make me angry, it makes me depressed. Right? It's as simple as that. So I came back from a walk and came back into my flat. I'd had no normal post from the postman, but I'd had a takeaway leaflet, and I'd seen a hot cross bun on the floor yesterday when I went walking around the field. Someone had thrown a hot cross bun on the floor. So in my mailbox when I went out last night was a Morello takeaway leaflet with free delivery on it. Free delivery, Morello. My dad was called Derek. His nickname was Del Boy Trotter. D-double-E. Dad called himself D Trower. D-E-E Trower, Derek Grog, and he's dead. He's dead. He's been dead since the 25th of August 2021, and I'm the only one that viewed my father's dead body. My mum didn't view it, nobody else did. I went there by myself to the Co-op funeral service, getting on for Chatham High Street, near the old Argus building, and I was dropped off there in a taxi, and I viewed my father's body, and he was in the Arethusa room, which looked like a ship's cabin, very, very, very small. There he was, laid out in a coffin with a white net over his body, and I knew it was my father because it was his long grey curly hair, his fingers, his feet, and he was a very tall 6'2" man, and he was wide, massive bloke. Anyone that met my dad, my son met him, he was massive. My father was a big man. I touched my dad, I said goodbye to him, he was stone cold. The room smelt of formaldehyde mixed with lavender because my dad had been embalmed. For anyone, Alexa, what's embalming?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, what is formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde is a naturally occurring organic compound with the formula CH2O and structure H-CHO. The pure compound is a pungent, colourless gas that polymerizes spontaneously into paraformaldehyde, hence it is stored as an aqueous solution, which is also used to store animal specimens. It is the simplest of the aldehydes.
Alexa, what do people use to embalm a body?
From Tatler.com. While at Balmoral, the royal family are reported to spend their time taking long walks in the countryside, fishing, horseback riding, and cycling.
Alexa, exit. I didn't ask what the royal family do. I said, what does embalming mean? So they use formaldehyde to embalm a body. It's very, very potent. Large amounts of it can actually kill you. It's quite dangerous. I was left in the room with my father, with the door locked, not locked, but it was shut firm behind me. The windows weren't open. I couldn't stay in that room for more than 2 or 3 minutes because I couldn't breathe. My mum has a worse breathing condition than me. If my mum Jennifer had been viewing my father's body, she would have collapsed and needed to go to hospital. There was no air to breathe, but formaldehyde mixed with lavender. He was dressed like a fisherman. My mum had given the ladies to dress my father a cricketer's top. It was a cricketer's top that I'd given my dad for either a birthday or Christmas, and a pair of old pyjama bottoms. So he was half dressed in day wear, half dressed in his undergarments that he'd wear and sit maybe in bed or on a chair. He had a dirty pair of brown crusty slippers on, and that's what I saw in the coffin. They'd put foundation and eye makeup on my dad's face. So he actually looked like a woman in the face. He was all shiny. His eyes were stitched up, his mouth was stitched up, and it was a horrible, horrible sight and a horrible, horrible smell. And I almost ran out there. I couldn't stay in there. It was just after COVID. I was wearing a breathing mask and I couldn't breathe. There was no male funeral directors. It was all young women, young ladies in there. And I walked out of there and I walked home past drug addicts pushing into me, and I was scared and afraid. And I managed to get myself home, and I spent that night by myself, having breathed in formaldehyde and being scared alone that night. Charlotte didn't view my father's body. Jennifer, his wife, didn't view the body. I did. And that vision will remain for me for the rest of my life. It scared the fuck out of me. It was a horrible smell. And my father's either legs were broken at the bottom or bent to fit in the coffin. I have no faith in the human race. I have no faith in anyone. I don't trust anyone. And now how I've seen how my father's dead body was prepared in that coffin, I have no faith in how people are buried or put to rest. I'm actually disgusted, and I will never trust another human being again. Ever. And that's the way it is. Alexa, celebrity birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include American actor Kurt Russell, Canadian musician, singer, record producer and visual artist Grimes, American actor Rob Lowe, Irish musician Hosier, and model, photographer and author Patty Boyd.
If you're rich, you get everything. If you're poor, you get stuffed in a plastic coffin and your legs twisted to fit it if you're over 6 foot. That's facts. During COVID, bodies were put into holes and just disposed of. I don't know what to say. I think people are evil and disgusting. Not all of them, some of them. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 8:26 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Friday the 17th of March.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
In Rochester, it's 10 degrees Celsius with showers. Today, you can expect rainy weather, with a high of 14 degrees and a low of 7 degrees.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do you call a camel with 3 humps? Humphrey.
This world is crazy. We have got people on telly that have murdered. They're interviewed on TV, they've murdered, they've killed children. We've got interviews with paedophiles, right? You're highlighting crimes that have been against children. You're highlighting murders. You are putting murderers and paedophiles in the spotlight, giving them fame when there's people out there poor, starving and dying. Good people get pushed around, shoved and thrown out the way, and we sit and watch documentaries about telling us how somebody was murdered. That poor victim is dead. That poor family is suffering. And you're highlighting criminals and making them famous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I'm disgusted with this country. I'm disgusted with it. I think most countries laugh at Great Britain, if the truth be told. How pathetic it is. Grab my cup of coffee. Mother's Day. It's going to be a challenge, isn't it? A challenge. But then when I lost my 4 kids in 2008, that was a challenge as well, wasn't it? When my son got cancer and I wasn't allowed to see him, that was a challenge. So I'm sure a paltry little Mother's Day, which is probably one of many I've not had a card or been remembered, and my 40th bloody birthday when I came down to Chatham in 2008 from Gloucestershire. Why should I be miserable? Why should I worry? And the adage, nobody cares. You turn on the radio. Oh, unwanted clothing. Oh, nobody cares. Where is the sun? Turn on the telly when you want to throw a brick at it, not watch it. When shite's shoved in your face. See you later.